Success is a game of choice where you control the odds by your enthusiasm, persistence, and drive. My friends, thanks for being with us today. Everything down except bonds. Of course, you can see on the screen where bonds are popping up for the day. It's our only source of up movement. We'll start first, as we always do, with the S&P 500. We see it moving indecision in the morning, going up and down, but in the afternoon, just hammering over, heading toward the gold 200 EMA, exponential moving average line. Is it going to go below that? Are we going to go from green to red and give us a reset for some up moves? Maybe. We'll see. You can see also a slowdown on the 2-day chart. It's still green and the STC is heading up just below the 200 EMA. Are we going to see a bounce off there and things roll back over going down? We'll pay attention to that. And the weekly, you can see a bit of a slowdown, smaller candle 2 days into this 4-day week because of the Martin Luther King holiday, just above the 200 EMA. So that is where we are on the S&P. S&P was down more than the NASDAQ. NASDAQ was down, though. You can see where things were ranging up quite nicely in the morning. Green spinning top, smaller wick on the bottom, but then like the S&P rolling over hard in the afternoon, moving away from that 200 EMA. What does that give you the ability to do? Of course, potentially short things. Keep an eye, see if the STC goes red soon. Might give you a jumping in point. Now keep in mind, the 2-day is below the 200 EMA, but it is going up and it is green. So you do have that pushing against you. And likewise, you have the same thing with the weekly. But you know what might happen? That might persist, and all of them might start rolling over about the same time. We'll wait, we'll watch, we'll see what offers itself up. Now, back to 20-year bonds, what we started off talking about. You can see it punched up in the morning, not quite as high. In the afternoon, above the 200 EMA, quite nice to see that move initiated. Still well below the 200 EMA on the 2-day chart, but you do see that it has been going up now, going into 6 candles. Green on the STC, didn't reset for us, but is heading up. And we look at the weekly, still below the 200 EMA there, but going into the 3rd week of up movement. Will things move above where they topped out? Lastly, around that let's see where that high was, 109.68. We're at 109. Let's see the high for the day, 108.77. So might get up there, might surpass it, might bounce off of it. We'll wait, watch and see. Up 2.42%. That's a big up day for bonds. What about gold? Gold, like the others, rolling down just a little bit though. 0.29% after gold climbed. You can see though where it climbed, rolled down, 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 and then the big push, and we're really slipping sideways right now. We'll see if we go from green to red on the STC, well above that 200 EMA. What about the 2-day? It just continues to push up, a little bit higher high. We can see then the prior 2-day candle, green on the STC above the 200 EMA, and the weekly above the 200 EMA, and just a little bit higher so far this week, topped out on the STC there. So we'll see how things continue to move. Now, Bitcoin, which had just been rocketing up over the last few days, you can see a big week this week, down 3.24%, our biggest loser for the day. You can expect some people to be taking some profits. Now, when we look at where we are on the half day, you again can see where things topped out yesterday. Some indecision in the morning. Well, you had upward movement in the morning, green. Yeah, little bitty wick on the bottom, and then that down roll in the afternoon, but pretty substantial. 3.24%. So we'll see. We'll see how long that profit taking goes on. Now, as soon as I finish this podcast, I will be doing charting cryptos and commodities for you. So if you are a Patreon member, you will get that tonight. I'm going to be traveling. I'll endeavor to email it out to you this evening. I will also be loading it up, as always, at the Patreon page. Everything we do for the Patreon members is loaded up there for you first. My friends, so appreciate you being with us. You're not a Patreon supporter, but hopefully consider becoming one. First thing you get is our 3-part series, Options Made Simple, the Charting Wealth Way. Great options training if you're interested in learning what options are all about, plus lots of other good things like early access to charting cryptos and commodities, plus the once-a-month question and answer Patreon session, plus the once a week, again, another weekly thing we do, our 20 weekly vertical crossovers we endeavor to send to you every week. God bless my friends. All the best from the whole team at Charting Wealth World Headquarters.